Welcome back. I'm Wavepunk, and this is day 56 of producing for a year.
Okay, so the end of yesterday, I said I was going to go look up videos to try and understand why the stereo spreader is what it is. A bunch of the videos were not helpful. One video, though, of a guy demonstrating how to modulate this with an LFO, which was pretty cool. I had a brief description at the very beginning. I'll link it down below. And he pointed out that there's an L and an R here. When I look at a spectrograph like this, usually it's in an EQ, and the Y-axis is always amplitude, where this is just quieter and this is louder. But here, the top going up is more left and going down is more right, and this red line in the middle is the middle. And then this is just kind of EQ. It's 20 hertz up to 20k hertz. So you can see there's 20 hertz to 20k hertz, and I've limited this to 180 hertz here. And all it's doing is everything here that is 0 to 10 hertz, I believe in the mono signal, is being pushed into the left. Everything that is 10 to 20 hertz is being pushed to the right, and so on and so forth here. And this is just how heavily they're being pushed left and right. So literally it's just taking the mono signal and putting half of it, in this case, half of it to the left and half of it to the right. Now, the thing that the video didn't find for me was why this is good. Why does doing this make this sound like it's coming from behind my ears? I have no idea why that works that way, but it's cool, and I'll keep on learning. Well, I'm glad to have that understanding. Excited to see if we can use that in a few other spots.
We are definitely learning as we go here, but glad to see the progress there. Okay, so now on to the things we're actually going to do today. I'm still kind of working through the list of notes I made for myself of things that I wanted to do back a few days ago, and one of those notes was to add, quote, some sort of guitar to the section post Game Boy, end quote. And what I meant by that definitely was some sort of palm muting, chuggy electric guitar, rhythm guitar, chun, 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 chun kind of sound. And I wanted to add it to the section right after our big chiptune breakdown in the middle. I think the sound we were just working on with a stereo spreader actually could work really well with some adjustments. So I made a duplicate channel and I tightened up the decay so it was kind of more pointillistic, and then just tried out some different MIDI ideas. The original chug idea is a little bit boring and intrusive. Maybe an arpeggio? Okay, well, not being exactly what I was looking for, this actually sounds very chiptune, and we are definitely going with it. Anytime I have the decision between something that sounds not chiptune, something that sounds very chiptune, in this piece, we're gonna go with the chiptune direction. I listened to this sound with just the low end to see what the mix was like. Okay, so now that I'm listening to it in this context, this really just sounds like the psytrance bass texture. What if I took the first note of each arpeggio out so it matched the bass? Wow, I genuinely might add this to the whole piece. But for now, let's just get it into this section. And while we're here, actually, I'd really like this bass to move. So let's move the chord progression in the second half. As I'm listening through here, for like the 100th time, my ear was drawn to strings. I really think some spiccato could work here. I decided to really actually give it a shot, put some MIDI down. The track is very rich. Maybe they won't dominate as hard as they were when I tried to add them in the past. So I recorded the melody on one track and then the harmony on a duplicate bus just to give myself better mix control later on. And I laid MIDI for both the post Game Boy section and for the climactic build.
It's really cool. It's really cool, but it does really take away from a lot of the chiptuneness of the piece, like especially this. That feels like chiptune, right? Where like this feels, it's so buried, and yeah, I can definitely work on it with mixing. I think I'll probably leave it here for now and try to like make it work mix-wise, figure out a way to have these instruments coexist with these instruments. Right now the strings are definitely competing with all of that. I feel like I'm opening cans of worms here that I don't want to open. I was kind of like happy with where the track was at, but I do think this makes it better, and I don't know, so we'll see. We added some good stuff here today. We'll see where it goes tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.